Sports Radio, The Fan, 107.9 FM, 1560 AM, and anywhere you listen online and podcast. You can be a part of the conversation at 321-984-1234. Now, here's your host, Mark Moses.
Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome indeed to, yes, a Friday edition of the Moses Show, only right here on 107.9 FM, 1560 AM, and anywhere you listen online. Let's get right into it. The NBA draft happened last night. I was there at the Amway Center with my good friend Jerry Durney. He's going to join me later today to get his thoughts. But I'm going to start with my thoughts. With the Orlando Magic picking 6 and 11 last night. And my thought right now is, I kind of like it. I don't love it. I'm a little like, that's my answer right there. You're supposed to come on the air and you should be like, this pick was amazing. This pick is going to change the franchise. Or you go the opposite and you go, this pick was terrible. I hate this guy. This will never work out after a while. But it's just one of those things where I had my gut reaction in the moment when they took Anthony Black at 6 and they took Jett Howard at 11, where the picks were in, and I'm just like, okay, all right. And here's why. I love basketball. I love it from junior high, high school, college, whatever this G League is, the NBA, overseas. I love all forms of basketball played at every level. But I feel like over the last year, when you get these guys who play in college, or they play semi-pro, or they play overseas, I felt like over the last calendar year, I didn't have an emotional connection to any of these guys. And that's why today my feeling is like, all right, maybe they'll be good. There's no emotional connection for me. That's the problem right now. You look at the top 10. First pick, Victor Wembanyama. And we knew this for about 9 straight months. He'd be the number 1 pick. He played in France. I did not watch his games. All I saw were highlights on Twitter and some videos on YouTube. I had no connection to him. The second pick was this Miller guy from Arkansas. The only way I knew about him was his off-the-field issues, where another player got kicked off the team. There was an attempted murder. It's like all these things are going on. All these things. That's the only reason I know about him. His actual basketball game, didn't really watch Alabama basketball, and they were good for most of the season. Then they got bounced in the tournament. Then you look at this. Scoot Henderson played in the G League for 2 years. I don't watch G League basketball. I don't. Then you had these Thompson twins go 4-5. They don't even play in the G League. They don't play overseas. They don't play in the NBA. They don't play college. They play in something called the Overtime Elite. I have no idea what that is. Is that at the YMCA in Titusville? Where is that even played? I have no idea. Then it just keeps going. Where we had a top 10 of the NBA draft where the Blue Bloods, so Kentucky, Kansas, North Carolina, Duke, you can go on. The real elite blue bloods that have dominated college basketball for all of my lifetime and probably yours as well. The only pick from a blue blood was at number 10, where a Duke center went. That's it. There's no emotional connection to some of these players. You didn't sit down in January and February and watch them play. So you didn't feel anything last night. That was the feeling I got, where I was just like, all right, okay. I feel like the game of basketball is changing from the standpoint of where do you go to help yourself get in the best possible situation to make the NBA? Growing up, it's, I got to go play big-time college basketball. I got to get on national TV. I got to get in front of as many eyeballs as possible, show off my talents, and then get drafted to the NBA. Now, you could be overseas. You could be in the G League. You could be in, again, whatever Overtime Elite is. There's all these different other avenues for you to then go play at that next level. but I don't feel it. Last year at this time, Paolo Banchero, the number one pick who went to the Magic, yes, won Rookie of the Year. He played at Duke. He went to the Final Four. He was one of the best players in college basketball. I watched him play. I knew how he played. I knew his name. I knew his game. I had a connection to Paolo Banchero when he entered the NBA draft. Chet Holmgren, very controversial player where people are like, is he going to be good? Is he going to be bad? We don't know. He went to Gonzaga. Gonzaga is not a conventional blue blood, but they are a power in college basketball every single year over the last 15 years. They made a deep tournament run. I know about him. He went number 2 to Oklahoma City. Then at number 3, you had Jabari Smith, the best shooter in college basketball 2 years ago. He was at Auburn. I know the SEC. I knew him. I knew the top players going into last year's NBA draft. I had the connection. This year, I don't know. College basketball. Even these guys who were in the top 10, including Anthony Black, they weren't really that hyped nationally. They were not on TV all the time. Maybe I'm mistaken about something here, but I didn't feel it. There's not a connection. When I watch the NFL draft, I know those players. You know those players. You know them because you watch them every Saturday in the fall. If they're in the Big Ten, the SEC, the Pac-12, Big 12, doesn't matter. You know those players. And when we get to the NFL draft, you have a strong opinion about where they should go, or maybe their team, your team should draft them. You have this connection. You have this feel. I didn't feel that last night. It was very weird. It's like, all right, well, I hope this guy's good. I don't know. I felt that way about every single pick in the top 10, into the 15, 20, 25. That's how I felt. I hope they're good, right? And the fact with the Magic, they took Anthony Black out of Arkansas. Freshman, one and done. He is 6'7", maybe. Big guard. Great at defense. He can really pass the ball. He's a very deceptive finisher at the lane. I think he can really hammer that basketball into the rim. Very deceptive, where you don't see it coming, and then he's bringing it. But I feel like, haven't we done this player already? Where great on defense, can pass the ball, he can play multiple positions. Not the best shooter. He's going to have to learn that. Don't we have these players? Didn't we already draft this guy? Am I in a rerun after a while? That's what I'm confused with the pick. Huh? What? That's why I feel that way after last night. Don't we have this guy? Don't we have Jalen Suggs? Don't we have Cole Anthony? Don't we have Markelle Fultz? Am I missing something here? Don't we already have this guy on the roster? Why are we getting another one? Now there's a logjam of guys who are good players. They're not great, and they really can't hit from the outside. We have these guys. Now we have too many of those guys. And that's why when you look at this pick, and I don't expect big things from a rookie in year one. I don't. I really, sorry. Look at the history of the NBA. Unless your name is Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and maybe 2 other guys, rookies don't really make a super impact on a basketball team, especially from the guard position. This guy, all right, he's going to be part of this team, but don't you feel like other guys I might have just said out loud, don't you feel like some of them might not be here after a while, and maybe some trades might be happening, or free agent signings? I feel like there's some shakeup here. It's a very interesting pick at number 6 from the standpoint of, now what? Now what's going to happen with the future of this rotation, especially in the backcourt? Because it can't all be there. There's so many draft lottery picks here in the backcourt where they're kind of the similar guy. You all can't be on this team. Something's going to happen moving forward. This isn't the final chapter of this. That's why the next couple weeks can be very interesting if you are the Orlando Magic. A guy who's an energy guy who can pass the ball, play great defense, play multiple positions, not the best shooter from the outside. Well, we have a bunch of those guys. They all can't be here moving forward. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Then at number 11, You take Jet Howard, who, yes, is the son of Juwan Howard. I don't know if this has happened before, where I think Juwan Howard played for the Magic. Now his son's going to play for the Magic. The team is 35 years old. I don't know if this ever happened before. Father, son playing for the same team. But he's another guy where, 6'8" or so. He can shoot from the outside. Played at Michigan, but not the best on defense. He's got a lot of stuff he needs to work on. Very raw. That's the word they're looking at. Raw. But he's maybe another project as well. That's why. This is why I wish the NBA had a real minor league system. Like, I know you have the G League, but like how Major League Baseball, it has a real minor league system, single A, double A, triple A. Then you make the show. I wish basketball had that for some of these players. Like Anthony Black and Jet Howard, Arkansas and Michigan, both 19. I would like them. Hypothetically, I wish the Magic had a single and double A affiliates. They could play there for 2 years. They can get season. Then they could play in the big boy team in Orlando. That would be a perfect scenario in all this. But you don't have that. You don't. So again, this goes to the conversation we had Wednesday and Thursday heading into the draft. Who is the core of this basketball team moving forward? Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner, and then what? Who are the core guys? Is it Jalen Suggs? Is it Markelle Fultz? Is it Wendell Carter Jr.? Is it this Anthony Black? Is it Jet Howard? There's a lot of question marks moving forward with this team. I think they're going in the right direction. I think you had to take these picks because you had them there, 6 and 11. Now we're going to see what they have to do moving forward. What veterans are they going to bring in? They have like about $20 million in cap space for free agency. What are they going to do with that as well? So many question marks. And I already got the email about Summer League in Vegas coming up in July. Magic's first game in Vegas is like July 8th or so, where you get to see Anthony Black and Jet Howard. It was fun last night. It was. We went to the Amway Center. There was a good crowd there. Not a great crowd, but that's okay. You didn't have the number one pick. And people were excited when the Anthony Black, most people were cheering from the Magic. And I like that, where fourth pick was on the board, fifth, and then you could tell the crowd, they were like, yeah, it's Magic time. And then they made the pick, and most people cheered, and I was talking to different people there at the Amway Center. Then we went across the street to the new training facility, and then they had the press conference, and we were hearing from head basketball coach Jamal Mosley and, Mr. Front Office himself, Jeff Weltman. And I'm going to play some of their audio here in a second when we come back from break to get their thoughts on the two players. And I know they're having a press conference, I think, here in a couple minutes at the Amway Center, but I'll play the audio from last night when I was there. But again, I feel like this draft was weird, and I hope this doesn't become the norm, where I don't have connections to these players from the standpoint of I don't really watch the G League. I don't watch European basketball, especially I don't watch French basketball league, whatever the hell the overtime elite league is. I don't have that connection. So when the picks were made, I was kind of like, nah. I wasn't like, oh, that's a great pick. Oh, that team is stupid. I didn't have that feeling last night. Did you? We're going to break it down till 6 o'clock. Courtney Mims is going to join us. She is there in Brooklyn. She was covering the NBA draft. She covered Anthony Black there at Arkansas. She'll join us at 4 o'clock. Jerry Durney was with me last night. He'll join us at 4:30. We will play the audio from Jeff Weltman, Jamal Mosley coming up next. Then bottom of this hour, Philip Rostenreich, Orlando Magic Daily is going to join me. We're jam-packed. We're going to be talking draft till 6 o'clock right here on the Mosey Show here on 107.9 FM. So stay with us.